My name is Jean-Paul and I'm from Pierrefonds, Montreal. I grew up until the age of 16 with both my parents, and I ended up leaving the house at the age of 16 because my father was an alcoholic, abusive man, and it was a very dysfunctional environment. So I had to leave at a young age and become a man at a younger age. Before I had my daughter, she's 6 months old, it didn't really affect me. I just dive into work, dive into projects, train like a savage, and maybe throw it under the rug. But now that I have a baby girl, I actually wish that my mom would be around and be a grandmother to my child. But unfortunately, people are stuck in their ways, and it's impossible to change people. You just need to accept them, and I'm in the process of doing that. I do not have a relationship today with my father. Unfortunately, it's something that will never be patched up. Once again, people are stuck in their ways, and I just have to find the power to forgive and to move forward for my daughter. I hope to break the cycle, and honestly, I think it's a beautiful blessing to have a daughter, and not having a relationship with my father actually it's teaching me how to be a leader and be the new positive stigma, if I can say that, of Black fathers today. And just be present, lead by example, and never look back, basically. Growing up, my motivation were my cousins. So they were the same guys going through the same thing, father's not around. We're growing up in a Haitian culture where back home they just have this mentality of, let's say it's not the North American mentality. So we adapt to this North American mentality, and we understand that you have to be patient and caring and this and that. But our parents are born in the 1950s, come from struggling areas, and they're just very, very assertive with certain things. So I looked up to all the other kids that were damaged and that just ran the streets. And that's how I ended up being gang affiliated for a good part of my life. My whole primary, elementary school, high school, it was just social workers on top of social workers. At the age of 17, I had to move into a low-income house. The only way you can move in there is if you're underage. Because every time I would turn my head, it's like social workers or psychiatrists or whatever you want to call it, just down your throat, trying to study you. Not understand you, but study you. So that's what I mean, I've been in the system. And then when I turned 21, it's like, I reached my peak of wilding out, and I ended up in jail. I found my self-worth August 18, 2013, when I tried to kill myself. Clearly, I missed. And I ended up being incarcerated for a short period of time. I thank the man above for that. But it was enough time to make me realize that I'm worth way more and I could achieve way more. And I just took it day by day, basically. From that point on, it's like I had to hit that wall, and I hit it really hard, and I disappointed a lot of people. So at that moment, I realized I'm worth way more. There's people that care. Now I just need to care for myself. So I would tell my younger self to seek help earlier and open up earlier. Don't wait, don't hold it in, whether you're 15, whether you're 12, I know it's probably hard to understand at that point, but if help comes and somebody wants to hear you out, just put it all on the table. I recently opened up a gym, and the motivation comes from the simple fact that I like to defeat the odds. Fitness was the only answer. It was the only thing that made me feel confident, especially growing up in a household where my father would bring me down. My mom would not value me. In school, I was always last. I wasn't good I didn't even finish high school. So it's I've always been number 2. I've always been on the bench, and fitness was the only place where I come out on top. I chose fitness because that's where I feel like I'm at home. So I'm grateful for the fitness industry because I'm able to tap in and just be super raw. Whether people like it or not, that's where it stems from. So the motivation stems from always being the underdog. Growing up in a neighborhood where you're targeted by the police and your teachers think, oh, automatically you're Black, it's fucked up at home. And I just wanted to prove people differently. Like, I waited until I finished my sentence and my court dates, and I got fully tatted, and I told myself I will own several gyms. So it's just like an affirmation that I've had since 2012 maybe. That's where the motivation stems from. And especially this gym, like the one that I opened up during this pandemic, it's because of my daughter. I want to leave something for her. I don't want her to be like me where my parents didn't do much. I want to leave a legacy, and for my friends and business partners that are now family, I want to leave them a legacy. I want to give them the opportunity to feel valued and accomplished. I wish I would have known that basically your past doesn't define you. And also, I wish I would have known that empathy is the key to success. That's what I wish I would have known then. If there's anything I could leave and kind of plant a seed in everybody's head is, remember, in front of any adversity, you don't bend, break, or fold. As hard as it can be, do not bend, break, or fold. And understand that for every new level, there is a new devil. So when shit gets hard, just understand you entered a new level and you're doing good, you're on the right path.